Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Serrano. In today's video, we're going to be taking a look at the reasons why you need the Umidigi A9 Pro in 2022. But if it's your very first time to the channel, I truly appreciate you for coming through. If you're brand new to the channel, but if you're already a part of the crew, salute. Now, let's just jump into the reasons why you need the Umidigi A9 Pro, right? Because a lot of people are looking for a budget device right now, and they don't want to spend too much money, but you want to get all the great features that the phone does have to offer. Make sure you stay locked into the end of the video, because I'm going to be talking about the reasons why you need the Umidigi A9 Pro. Now, the first is that this device does have a glass and metal premium build on here, so we're actually getting real metal on the top of this device, as well as premium glass on the back as well. So you can see we do have premium glass and metal. Just looks really nice. It's a solid combination. When you combine the colors, they look really beautiful. When you look at right now, the metal is cold to the touch right now in my hand, so it just feels really solid. And you can see that the fingerprints do gather when you touch the glass on the back of the Umidigi A9 Pro. So I really like the build on here. It's got some really nice weight to it as well, because when it comes to the weight, it's 213 grams of weight. So it's going to definitely be a heavy guy, right? It's going to definitely have some weight to it. It's going to feel real solid in the hand. It doesn't feel light at all. And so the second reason is the camera. We're getting a 48 megapixel, on this guy. We actually are getting that 48 megapixel, camera, I believe, on here. So it's going to be real solid when it comes to the main shooter. I'm not sure if it's like a 32 megapixel, but on the website they got it wrong, because this is a 48 megapixel, but it's going to be really solid overall when it comes to this thing. As far as the camera on here, you get some pretty cool features that I want to show you in just a second. So let me just unlock this guy and go into the camera system right here, and let me just hit there and show you guys what I'm talking about. So we do get a lot of modes right here. We get night mode, slow motion mode, pro mode, panorama mode, as well as portrait mode for your bokeh shots right here. So you can control the bokeh in the background. You can make it stronger, or you can make it less sharp. So that's something that you could play around with. It does come out pretty good when dark and low light situations. Video recording on here is going to be pretty decent. Let me see if there's any. You get 1080p, but there's no stability on here, so you're not going to be able to have a stability mode when you're using the phone. It's just going to be what it is. You probably use a software like Google Photos to get the auto shake off of the phone, because Google Photos lets you edit your video stabilizes your video automatically. So I think that's pretty cool that Google Photo does stabilize your videos for you automatically. So the next thing that's pretty cool about this guy, besides the cameras, is that inside of here we also do get a 16 megapixel wide angle camera on here. I forgot to mention. So you have the coupled 48 megapixel camera with the 16 megapixel camera, and then they give it a portrait mode with not only do you get the portrait bokeh camera as well, but you do also get a macro camera on here. So it's going to be pretty crazy when it comes to close-up shots, right? So let me just show you guys. You go to picture, and then you're going to hit this thing that looks like a plant. This one you hit for the wide angle. So I would hit this one if I want to get to the wide angle, right? And this is pretty much the wide angle. Now it goes back to the regular normal mode. You can see really good autofocus on here. And then this is the macro mode, and It's not going to be good when I'm in a low lit environment, right? But let me just put light on right here on the right of me, just for the sake of this video. And now it looks really crispy. So let me just take the picture right now. Okay, cool. So now when I look back at that, it looks pretty decent. Overall, you can definitely use that photo for something, but it's going to be a different type of look to it when you take a photo with the macro camera. Now this device does also have Face ID on here. And you can see it's really accurate. See, my fingerprint is not even on the back. I'm just touching the power button. And besides that, we get a button right here that I'm gonna get into the video. So make sure you stay locked into the end of the video. And if you're still here, just say in the comment section down below that you're still here and you're still rocking with me. But you can see alright, so the facial recognition did work a lot, but now it's telling me that I entered my face too many times. So now let's try the fingerprint. And we do get a fingerprint sensor on here, which is relatively quick for the most part. So I definitely like the fingerprint that's located on the rear because it's going to be extremely accurate as well. Now the next reason I like the Umidigi A9 Pro is because of the price. It's pretty decent when it comes down to the all-around features that you're getting for the money, which I'm going to get into in more detail in just a second. But I like the price because you get the metal body on the sides, you get the glass finish on there. You also do get a really beautiful camera setup that I just spoke about in just a second ago. And you do get the fingerprint sensor and the facial recognition. Let's just jump into the next feature. Now the next feature I like about the Umidigi A9 Pro is the fact that you can go into the settings and you can customize the side key option on this thing. So it does have a smart key right here, and you can set it for everything that you want. So right now I have it set for the Google single click, double click for your flashlight, and triple click for the thermometer. So let's try that one time. I mean long click for your thermometer. So fingerprint, really quick, thermometer, and that thermometer is going to be able to read your temperature in Celsius or Fahrenheit. So I think that's something that's pretty cool, and it can read objects as well as people. So it's going to tell you to put it up to your forehead and then double click Google Assistant. So you get your flashlight for double click, 1 2 1 2, and then a single click is your Google feed. So I could change that to something else if I want, but I really like the fact that you have the ability to mess around and customize that one. So you can, instead of saying okay the Google, I could change it to Assistant now. So now I have the Assistant on the right there on the long press. So I think that's something that's pretty cool. So another thing that this device does have is a beautiful 1080 2340 full HD display with 409 pixels per inch, very high density. So it's gonna have the little drop on the top, which you're gonna notice there, but it can go up to extremely high graphics when it comes to the video 2160. So not only can it go up to 1440 but also 2160, which is pretty cool with the 1080 display, 409 pixels per inch like we always talking about just a second ago, but really beautiful colors and really good viewing angles. And another thing you hear me talk about when it comes to this device is the performance, and it still holds up pretty well with the Helio P60. We do get smooth and high, so it doesn't go up to extreme or ultra, but it still goes up to high, and you can play pretty decent processing speeds with the 2.0 gigahertz frequency on this guy. So it's not going to be like let me get the glare off of here, but it's not going to be like the best performance ever, but it still holds up really well. right now. So I still like playing this guy. When it comes to the graphics, it still holds up pretty decent. It's a pretty decent performance so far. Let's just see. Wow. Alright, let's try one more time. Get at least one kill on this guy, but it does have 4 gigabytes of RAM, or 6 or 8 depending on which model you pick. And you can pick either model, but you can get the one that has a little bit more, the 8 with the 128 gigabyte model, right? So I definitely think that's going to be pretty solid. You will be able to pretty much compete, but you won't be like, it's not going to be like a flagship type of experience when you're using this thing. So I just want to mention that as well. I also like the fact that you can put a slot card in here, SD card slot card remover tool right here, and just open that up and you get dual SIMs with a micro USB, you know what I'm saying, micro USB as well. Not only that, this device does also come with a headphone jack 3.5 millimeter on the bottom with Type-C charging. So I like that part about it. You won't get dual mics for calls on here, so I just want to mention that. And you won't get dual speakers, but you still get a pretty decent deal with the headphone jack and the thermometer and all the other features that I mentioned, like we talked about just a second ago. And finally, the last reason is this phone is a storage beast. So after I put my fingerprint, I'm gonna show you. Wait, it says too many attempts. Hold on one second. Okay, cool. So it says right here that in the storage option on this phone, when I go down below and I check the amount of storage that's available, we still have a ton of storage left. So 128 gigabytes on board. It only uses 8.3 on the system, and my apps are only up to, I have 18 gigabytes of games, and apps 6.3. So still have more than half left to go. But let me know down below in the comment section about the Umidigi A9 Pro. Do you think you would purchase this thing if you had a budget, if you were looking for a budget phone or something like that, or maybe just looking to use it for yourself as a phone, or give it off as a secondary phone as a gift or something like that. But I definitely think this is a pretty good deal for the value and for the money that you're going to be spending if you're looking to pick up a new phone. But hopefully you guys found this video helpful. If you did find it possible, hit the like button down below in the comment section of this video, and make sure you stay locked in for more videos just like this. But I'm going to get right back with you, and I'm going to check you guys later, crew. Peace.